Hello, hello, hello. It's Anne Lewis, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based on the Sunshine Coast here in Queensland, Australia. Tonight I'm going to be showcasing my top quick and easy gift card holders from 2024. So I will show you those in a second, but just a little bit about me. I do cards. I do card classes, scrapbooking classes, kit classes. I also do online classes as well, and lots of Facebook lives. Now, if you're watching this, leave a comment that you can hear and see me, because I had, as always, there's a few issues, and this is my second live for the day because I did one a little earlier, redoing one that I had done, I think last night, where Kiko, the Wonder Cat, or the soon-to-be banished cat, that's not true, walked all over the screen and sat on my measurements and totally disrupted the live. Tonight I've got the doors closed. Hi Glenda, yes, I know, you're a Kiko supporter. Well, we're all a Kiko supporter, to be honest. I'm assuming you can see and hear me as well. Hiyo. So, hi Susan. Now, what else can I say? Now, the projects that I used tonight, you can actually use your stash. You might like what I've used, and that's okay because they're all available from my online store. And the link to my online store is actually included in the banner to this YouTube video. And Glenda says, hi, Kiko. We're saying that very softly so she doesn't know. As soon as I go live, as soon as I come in the craft room, I think, she gets a little miffed, I think. But anyway, what else did I had a few other things to tell you. If you like this video, or this live, like my Facebook page or my YouTube channel, subscribe to them, and then you stay up to date with everything. And my brain is a little addled, to be honest. I've worked my little butt off today, and it's a little hot. What else was I going to say? I was going to say something really important, but anyway, it'll come back to me. Hi, now I'll show you these cards. Oh, I haven't shown you me to show you that I am alive. See, I'm alive and I'm okay despite it being very, very humid and me running around like a bit of a lunatic. But back to my desk. I'll show you this up close. So this is the easiest gift card, and I've got a story behind this of why I've done it and why it's actually done like I've done it. So I've got lots of places to write stuff, and I'll explain that story in a second, because this is going to be a special gift card, and I am so lucky to actually have to do a card for this. And this is my second one, which I'll show you a little bit later. I'll show you now. They're both simple, and I've got the measurements. And as you see, you may be able to see, I tried to write the measurements before, but that it stuffed up my streaming service. So I've just wrapped ribbon around to keep this nice and tight. And because it's got a bow and I don't want to tie a bow online, I know I should, because that would be punishment to me, you'd all be saying. So I've just popped this up, and my gift card, now I do have an actual gift card, but I've got to be careful that nobody can see my numbers. So my gift card will just go in like that. So you can see it fits. And mind you, there's nothing on that gift card other than about 10 cents. 10 cents. So it's a really nice way of doing stuff, and it's not difficult at all, And again, I left lots of space on the back, and I hadn't decided what my sentiment would be on this one, but I knew what I would do here. So let's get going. Let's do this one first. Now, there's a couple of things I want to show you. I've added some gems to this to give it a bit of sparkle. I've used the classic Christmas, what are they called? Christmas labels. And I've embossed it on the DSP itself because it matched so much better than the cardstock did. And then I've got "You are simply amazing, thank you for everyone," and I'll explain what the story is behind this card whilst I get a little few things ready. Now, while I explain the story, I'm going to pop up the instructions. So if you would like to screenshot that, I'll also post a photo of the measurements tomorrow on my Facebook page. So there will be a second opportunity, but this is probably the easiest way of going about it. Now I'm going to have my instructions just to, well, not so much my instructions, but my measurements just to my right, so that I can read them and let you know, just in case you do follow along and you're a visual learner. I know, let's get started. Now, I have blueberry bushel. Now, it's not my favourite colour, but I have loved it tonight. And how do I know it's not my favourite colour? I had no scraps of it at all. I had never used it since it's been reintroduced. So I thought tonight was the perfect time to be able to do that. So my blueberry bushel card, wait a minute. Oh, you can't see. Let's throw you back to my desk. I know, you've got to remind me. So this is blueberry bushel. Now I'm going to grab my paper trimmer and I'm going to do 2 scores. So this is, where am I? 11 and 5/8. So the length of an A4 sheet of cardstock, and it's 4 1/8 wide. So I'm going to be scoring at, I'm hoping I've got all the measurements right on this because I only finished writing the measurements a couple of minutes before I started. I'm scoring unusually, and I say this, unusually, I've made this card, to make it easy, I've made it slightly smaller than what I would normally do. So it's 4 1/4 inches. You're doing the first score line. Sorry, wrong. 5 1/4 inches, the first score line. And then my second score line is at 10 1/2 inches. So it's pretty easy. I've made this card work with the cardstock we have, and I've also made it with the designer series paper. Now, this is obviously where my gift card goes in. So I want this nice and straight. So I'm just using my bone folder because I want those edges to be super crisp. Now, I've already done the envelope, and if you'd like to see me, who hasn't seen me do the envelope before? But how gorgeous is that? Now, I want to actually, I'm going to stop a second and tell you the story. This weekend, I'm going to a Christmas party, and we've been meeting together for 30 years. One person has hosted it every year, and every year the rest of us very insincerely offer that perhaps it's our turn. But she loves hosting us all for Christmas. It's a huge party, and the food is always amazing. Well, of course, it's our 30th anniversary. We've all put in, and we've got this really fabulous gift card that will go in here. Everybody will then write on here, hence why I've got so many spots for the words to go. And so this will be the card that she gets. Now, who actually gives, whilst I search for all my stuff here, who actually gives gift cards? And how many each year? Give me no idea. Leave a comment in the comments. That's the easiest. I'm just looking for all my little pieces. Right, so I've got my first basic white layer, which should be 4 inches by 5 1/8, so 4 inches across and 5 1/8. And then I've got my designer series paper, which is Winter Meadow. I'm not sure I've got anybody giving gift cards. Leave a comment whether you do or you don't, and whether you give them to, whether they go to family or they go as thank yous. Give me some ideas, because I'm always interested. I don't give many gift cards, so this is really basic at this stage. So I'm just gonna, whilst you let me know what you do with your gift cards, I have cut out the middleman and just give cash. I love that, Glenda. I'm not I don't feel comfortable giving cash, and I know it's the same as a gift card, but for me, it's, yeah, I love the idea of cutting out the middleman, because I had to pay like an activation fee on the gift card today, and I went, ooh, not used to that. So I've just adhered the DSP. What has everybody else said? Has anyone else said anything? I give my grandkids gift cards. Makes it easier for me, and that makes sense. Oh, that was Gail that said she cuts out the middleman and gives cash. Teenagers prefer, and you're so right. But I'm interested, if you had nice gift card holders, would you actually use them? Now you can actually put cash in these as well, and I should have said that right at the very start. And and you can put, say, a Stamping Up gift voucher in there, which I'm doing gift vouchers this year. Oh, that slid off. I've got my air conditioner on, but I turned it down. I think I turned it down way too much. Right, there we go. That's nice and even. Now I have somewhere on my desk, oh, here we go. So I've already cut, die cut using, just got to find it. As you know, it's always a bit of a challenge to find stuff. Oh, something just fell out on the floor. I used these gorgeous dies. So you've got 4 in the pack, and this one, it's my favourite. I have used it and used it. We used it on the charity day for Meals on Wheels as well. And then I just heat embossed. I didn't think tonight was the night to heat emboss. I'm hot enough. So let's just add, and then you'll see how I do the gift card on the inside. So have we got any other comments here? Elizabeth, gift cards to niece and nephews whose parents have bought them everything, which makes it harder for auntie to buy them. I hear you. I have to buy my nieces and grandnieces and grandnieces and grandnephews. That's it. I was nearly getting that wrong. And I'm getting 1 gift card this year, hence would be my second card here. Now I'm also going to be doing on my mailing list for week 10, I'm going to do my absolute favourite gift card holder. Now it is a little stepped up, so that's why I haven't done it tonight, because I wanted to do my easiest ones. I'm just popping that down. I've got little embellishments here. Now these are in the mini catalogue, but I just couldn't, I was running a little late today, so I couldn't actually find the name of them, but they're in the mini. So these come, they've got 4 different colours. So this green is perfect, as is the blue. So let's use them up. This just adds a little bit more interest because it's pretty plain. Oh, goodness me. Pretty plain front. I mean, it's very pretty, but it hasn't got a lot of vroom vroom. So I felt it needed a little bit more. And I didn't want to do, and I'll put some blue ones, which do really pick up the blueberry bushel perfectly. So it was the, where are we? You can see me wondering where the heck to put these. We got any others who do gift cards? Right, I've got another one. Where will I smush this from? Down there. So as you can see, it's really, really pretty. It has popped and it was simple. Now let's do the inside of the card. Now, I've just got a few of these little pieces. Now, just give me a sec to stand up and grab some tape. Now, I did try the Stampin' Up! Tape, tear and tape. Oh, I've lost my tear and tape. Well, I did try it, and it was just a little wide for what I wanted. And I didn't want to use something else. And I'm just looking for where my tape, oh, here it is. So I've got some really thin tape that isn't Stampin' Up!, but it works fabulous. So all I'm going to do is put some tape on either end of here. Now this is, I don't know, probably 1/8 of an inch wide rather than 1/4 of an inch. So it gives a little bit more room for that gift card to go inside. Now remember, I haven't cut a piece. This is just the fold over, so it creates a little pocket. I'll grab my bone folder again. Then I've got the 2 little strips that go with it. Now this piece is 3 7/8, and you could cut it 1 inch if you wanted to, but I've got to be honest, 1 1/6 works better. Now the reason for that is this curve here, this score line takes up a little bit of the cardstock. So this way it actually looked a little better. You'll see how easy this is. So my designer series paper is, what is it? 3 3/4 inches by 7/8, so it'll sit nicely on here. And then this sits on, and I'll just glue this straight on here. Now remember, my card, my original card, was both a Merry Christmas and a thank you card. So I used a few different sentiments than perhaps you would need. Now this piece, it just sits above here, so it doesn't go actually into the pocket. It's 4 inches by 4 inches. And so really the card is done. Now I've got Merry Christmas on the front. I could put I've got lots of choices. I'm just trying to see what choices I've got around here. I've got one here, Christmas is better together. And I quite like that. Sometimes Christmas can be a little dicey. I'm looking for my Here we go. Blueberry bushel ink pad. As always, I'll stamp first and then adhere it down just in case. I'll just tap that and got a little bit of ink on it. I'll just wipe that off. So here we go. Yeah, I love this stamp set. This is from the Reindeer Fun Days, which is on the last chance list. It's not discounted, but I think it's going to sell out very quickly. This size fits perfectly. I know. There we go. So we're going to put that there. The idea is to get these lines down here nicely lined up so that that's visually, what do I say? Visually pleasing. So I'm not going to add another like I did on the original. I don't need all these other layers. This was just a special card. But there we go. So as you can see, really quick and easy card. If you were giving lots of gift cards this year, or mainly gift cards this year, you want quick and easy. And as I said, there's my envelope. Whoop, whoop, like that. Now, my next card is this card here. So the gift card comes in here. I have left a white layer on the back that you can write your message on. You could stamp whatever message you would like. And let's get going. Again, I'll pop up, just while I clean up from the first card, I'll pop up the measurements just in case you missed them the first time. So, who puts their gift cards in a holder, or who puts their money in a holder? Or is it a quick exchange? Now I'm just cleaning up, making a bit of space so that everything doesn't get confused, which it does tend to do when you're doing a few projects. Okay, so the next project, I should have said where those sentiments came from. In that first card, now I just go through my stash and find sentiments that work for me. You Are Simply Amazing comes from the Hooray for Surprises. I have used this stamp set to death. Now, even the ones that don't have staining, I just haven't used those with red. There isn't one stamp here that I haven't used multiple times. This would be, actually these I don't use. It's the sentiments I use most of all. I do use them, but not as much. One of my favourite stamp sets, and the other one is Thank You for Everything. It was just perfect for this, also from the annual catalogue. So let's come back to the next card. So I've done this in two colours, Cherry Cobbler, two very traditional colours, and Mossy Meadow. And I've got a card base. Oh no, I have the concertina piece. I was a little confused there. Oops. I'll just grab this out. Got some embellishments. I've got my big stamp Celebrate, which is from the iconic stamp set. So let's get going. So this is my card base that I've used here. And I don't know whether you... Oh, wait a minute. Back to the... Back here. I'm not sure you'll be able to see that embossing folder, but it's one of the brand new ones. I'm pretty sure it's a celebration item, which starts on the 7th of 7th of January, and it has walked somewhere. Here it is. So this is what it looks like. Love this. It's called Starburst. So they're not flowers. They're actually little stars. I'm doing a starburst. Love that. And it really, really pops this layer. So it's pretty easy to put together. And I'll give you the measurements again. So this is 5.5 by 4 1/8. So standard card size, this one. In a holder. Oh, yeah, that's Gail. So she puts them in something. Oh, yeah, there you go. So I mean, it's just gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. Now this piece is the concertina piece, and I've got the measurements on the description. Well, on here. All right, so I'll just go back to my desk. Now, so this piece, I'm just got to find the measurements. I'm having trouble. 2 pieces. I just typed this. You'd think but I did another card after this. Oh yeah, so this is 8 1/4. Oh, here it is. 8 1/4 by 4 1/8. So you can see that's how we get that, because this one's a landscape card, and it's scored at 2 3/4. So let's grab my paper trimmer. 2 3/4 and 5.5, which is really good because I don't have to open my extending arm, which takes up so much space on my desk. Grab my scorer. Now, that's how it sits. So my front sits up like that. So that sits like that. So I'm going to decorate. I'm just going to find all my pieces, which I'm having trouble finding at the moment. They've walked, maybe because I just got them all mixed up. Okay, so this piece sits here. So this is the Cherry Cobbler Designer Series paper. So it is 4 inches by 2 5/8. So I can stick that on. It's really funny. This changes colour as the light hits it. So sometimes it gets a little orangey look, but in the right light, it is definitely Cherry Cobbler. And another just simple gift card holder. I've done them as cards. Now, I also like using them just a gift card holder, so not a card. Now, I've just got to find my layer. I know. So I've die cut this using the deckled rectangles. Now this is just, well, I suppose 3 1/8 inches by 1 3/4. So you can definitely cut this piece. I just wanted to save a little bit of time. I'll grab my Cherry Cobbler. Make sure I've got the right side of my die cut there. Now I want to put this a little higher than actual centre because I've got this other sentiment to add called with the season on it. Hopefully I can find it. So we'll put that like that. Look at that. Of course I can find it. Yeah. So I love this. That font on this. And then I'm just teaming it with a really plain font. Now, this font comes from the iconic Images. I'll just try and find it. Stamp set. So I'm using the Celebrate the Season. And when you have a really fancy font like that, it's nice to have a very plain font to team with it. Righto, so let's pop that up. Here we go. And I haven't had tea yet, and I can smell I'm actually cooking in the slow cooker some ribs. Some barbecue ribs. Yum, yum, yum. They're making me a bit hungry. So I'm just placing this in the center. So this is a really easy. The only problem is that I actually combined all my little pieces. So this is the same size as this here, which is 4 by 2 7/8. So I'll easily stick that down. All right, and then this one. Now I cut this a little bigger, but I don't really like it, so I'm going to trim it back down to I think it's an inch and an eighth, 1 1/8 inches. Nope, 1 1/4 inches. So I'm going to trim that down. It's just a little big. I wanted to try what it looked like, and then I'll show you. Right. So all I do is put this here. Now I haven't added any other cardstock behind it. So if you're going to use this one as a heavy duty one, add some cardstock behind it. But we didn't have a lot of space if it was a big gift card. Some of them are a little bigger than others. Now my gift cards when I measured them were 3 3/8 by 2 1/8. Alright, so I'm using that thin tape again. And this time I need some along the bottom. Okay. Whilst I just pull this off, just remind you, just in case you don't know, the last chance sale was started yesterday. So on my online store, under specials, you'll see the last chance. So these are things that are retiring at the end of the month. And we have got some new kits which are fabulous. They're not card kits. There's some little, I don't know what you'd call them. Little boxes, gorgeous little cute boxes. So here we go. Where's my, here it is, over here. I'm going to close this up, if you know me. So this is how it works. So this just sits up like that. So it's just a little bit more interesting than having it plain. To make sure I've got this up the right way. No glue there. Been a problem all day. I haven't got rid of it yet. Sometimes after I think it's finished, a little bit more comes out. So I just want to place this in the center. Add this layer over here. Oh, that's not the right one. Let's try this one. That one's not the right one. This one is the right one. And so I can then add a sentiment if I wish. Or I can just write on it. Sometimes I don't add a sentiment. I like leaving my sentiments off until I'm ready, because sometimes everybody gets a different sentiment from me. Sometimes they're extraordinarily personal. Sometimes it's for the gardener. So I don't want to say, pick a sentiment that might be inappropriate for him. Rightio. So how nice is that? So I really like both. Now I've just got some ribbon to add. Here's my ribbon. And I did promise that I wasn't going to retie this, but I'll show you how to do it. Who else, when they tie a bow like this around a card or whatever, leaves it on the spool, doesn't cut it first, or do you cut it first? Now I have a secret. What I always do is I pull it tight like that, and I've got these little clips that I use for box making, I use for lots of things. It holds it in place. And then I tie this. Now, you normally see me do bunny ears. I might do bunny ears. We'll see if I can get bunny ears out. But on the previous one, I didn't do bunny ears. Oh, they still worked quite well. I want to trim it down. Hi, Glenda Small. I can't see you there, though. Not sure where you popped up, but rightio. So there we go, and I'll trim that down. Just trim these off to keep it cute. So if I tie a bow off the spool, I save a lot of ribbon. I'm not guessing how much I'll need. So saved a little bit then. So I'm just going to tidy up. Now I did add to this one some of these, what are they called? Cherry cobbler and pearl adhesive blackberries. Now they were the perfect ones because I've used so many of them. There's none of the left. There's none of the berries left that are in red. So let's use some of the white ones. Now I didn't do this on the first one, but I'm going to do it on this one. I'm going to use the series of 3. On the first one, I used the singular ones that hadn't been. So, there. And these kind of pick up colour. Yeah. I know, I've got that. I know. So I'm hoping you can see where's a bit of, you can see the bling that I've added. They just add a little bit of visual interest. So if I pick which card you like, that's the, so if you had to pick a gift card holder, oops, this one's upside down, would you pick the first one or the second one? Which one would be your favourite? Not necessarily talking about the paper that I've used, more what the design is. The really simple one, which is this one. Well, actually, they're both really simple. That's why I picked them. So leave a comment and let me know. Rightio. That's it. Remember this month, big month, We've got the last chance sale. We've got the new kits. We've got the new designer series paper, the three new papers that are around. Oh, Marianne likes them both. Thank you, Marianne. Ho Anne. Yes, I am. I think I'm just about finished all my Christmas projects and I'm about to move on to next year. But there's probably maybe a week, maybe two of Christmas projects left while I tidy up. But I tend to go for the cherry cobbler one. Yeah, it's a classic, but I like them both. And as I said, this one will be very special on Saturday night when I slip the big gift card in and they get a little bit of a surprise. So we're actually taking them out to dinner, not on Saturday night, but they can go out to dinner somewhere really flash afterwards. So thank you very much for watching. First one for Gail. I know, number two, oh, this is a mixed bag. Everybody likes something a little different. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope if you're in Queensland, I hope you stay cool. And if you're watching this on replay, thank you very much. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, and appreciate you all. So as we wind down or wind up to Christmas, I'm not sure which one, let's be merry. Bye for now. Oh, sorry, I'm a little close.